Okay, how to add your texture mappings to your own built house, the house that you are built. Okay, so for example, we delete all of this. Okay, then we add the new cube, simple only because I wanted to show you the UV mapping only. So for the object mode, you add the mask with the cube here. Okay, so to scale it, this is the scale, or you can press the S button to scale it. Okay, you build a bigger house. Okay, so for example, this is your house. To move it, you can press the G button or you press this. Okay, so roughly something your house is like this. And then you go to the edit mode, so this is the edge, this is the vertices, edge and face. We select the faces, so we wanted to select these faces. Okay, and then you can use this cut loop, okay, to make it, you cut it like this. Oh, you are using the knife, so you cut it into the half lah. Okay, you cut it to the half and press enter. So make it, for example, this is the half lah that you cut. Okay, and then you select the faces, select the edges. Okay, so this is the selection. You can use the move here. You select this one and you move it like this. For example, this is the roof, okay, and this is the house. Okay, so now you, for example, you add the cubes to your door here. So okay, why? So we can have the object mode, and then we add the cube here, so to make it like a door. So make it thinner. Okay, make it taller. Okay, for example, this is our door. Okay, so we move it, step it to our, okay, so for example, okay, it's too big, get smaller. Okay, for example, this is our door. Okay, and then this is our window. So give a naming door. Okay, so then we can like duplicate it and make it as a window. Okay, example here. Okay, put it as a window. Okay, Control C, Control V, and make it as a window too. Okay, so now this is the example. Okay, for our houses. Okay, so now okay, we make it, for example, we join them become one. Okay, we join them become one. Okay, now we wanted to put the textures into our simple house here. This is our roof, and this is our wall, and this is our door and our window. Okay, so we wanted to prepare using Photoshop. You can open your Photoshop. Okay, and then we start preparing the image. Okay, okay, then we go to download like the roof image, roof graphics. Okay, so graphics, roof texture, cartoon style. Okay, so for example, if we take this, okay, this one is no, not license, the free one, the seamless one. maybe you can take this roof as an example. So you can copy your image here, and you can have a new, then customize. Okay, we can make it bigger size. Okay, we can have a resolution like 1,2900. Okay, for example, it's okay that for the size. Okay, so now you have this roof. Okay, you can try to enlarge when, okay, try to, this one is seamless, so you can go to your layer here. Okay, you connect it. Is it seamless? Okay, would it be high? So try to make it. Okay, so you found the problems is over these edges, okay, so now we we select these two and we merge them together, and then now we need to solve the connection issue here. So here and here. Okay, now the merging, wait, okay, we adjust a bit and make it connected. I think like this, roughly like this will be okay, and then we merge them. Okay, we merge it. Okay, now we need to make it like connected lah. How we can have the building through, and we're trying to building them up. So make the lines not so apparent. Okay, we're trying to mix these two part together. Okay, selection 2 for this. Trying to build this. Okay, so we still have the issue, so we can solve the problem using the stem tools here. So we can have the okay, make it the smaller size for your stem. You click the alternate now, so click this to select the part here, so you can select the pattern. Okay, select the pattern. So now you will be better lah. Okay, better feeling. Oh, nice. Okay, not really connected. Okay, now feeling battles. So this one and this one, the color will be different. So you can stamping a bit side. So make them connected lah. Okay. So and then deep spot to you alternate key and then select. Okay, then this one. Okay. So and then select this part and then the alternate, so to mix them. Okay, select this part. Okay, the coordinate. Okay, now you feel like this one is disconnected, so maybe you can have the curvatures like this. Okay, so you see like they are connected already, and this part I will have some issue, so maybe we take this part, so to make them like connected. Okay, so now you feel like they don't have the edges, so now they are connected and seamless. Okay, so we still need one more. Copy and paste, and we added one to have a connections. Okay, so maybe this part. Okay, I'll put it behind, and then we do the connection. Okay. Oops. The layer 2. Easily. I feel like they're connected. Okay, I'm feeling like this, huh? Okay, I'm feeling like, okay, the connections, okay, this one to this one. Okay, okay, like this will be better. Okay, same thing, we merge them together, we merge the layers. Okay, and we're doing like the stamping as well. Okay, so we select the stamping, alternate to select this part. Now we're trying to like mix them like this. So you can see you're blurring the edges part, and this one, okay, maybe this one you can tap in there. Okay, so this part, okay, it feels normal. Okay, something like this. Oops. Okay, okay, it's better. So this part you can connect it like this, and roughly this part. Okay, so for this part, so okay, so this part, okay, so this part you have a connection. Okay, so maybe this one. Okay, something like this. So now you can see the edges much. Okay, see the overall, they are connected. Okay, this is for our for our roof, and then for our wall. Okay, for example, the wall texture curtain. So maybe you can select some. Okay, maybe you like which one you like. You can select the. Okay, for example, if you like these kinds of wall, one colorful wall, okay, copy and you paste it here, T, make a smaller wall here. Okay, so for example, you have a wall like this, connected, yeah. Okay, so when they do the connectings, okay, so when you see this part, maybe you can just, never mind, we can have another one, Control C, Control V. Okay, we connected this part. Okay, then Control C, Control V, and then we connected. Okay, now we combine, we merge all this. Okay, we merge together. Okay, now you can see if you don't like this, so same thing, you clone this one and you cancel this, so makes them like connected. And this part, okay, maybe you can have the, well, you can have the connected. Okay, now much more better. Okay, and this part as well. Okay, now this is better, so we can see the edges appear here, so we can draw it like this, or we can use the brush. Okay, brush tool. Okay, you get the color button, you get the color. Okay, you get this color, and then you just drawing, get this color, and just drawing. Oops, I can get this color. can get this color, alternate to get the color like this. Okay, you get the colors here, the next, then you, sorry, make it bigger size a bit, so you can draw and cancel the edges part. Okay. Okay, so select the colors here and then cancel. Okay, like this. So the selection like this. Okay, so the selection. Try to cancel the color. Okay, so we cannot see the edges right now. Oh, here still got. Make it bigger size a bit. Okay. You can make it harness on this. Oops. Select this color. Select this color. Okay. So I think done already for this part. Okay. Get. Oops. Make it in front. Okay. So now we still have a lines very obvious here. So we can make it bigger size a bit. Same thing, we're using our brush. Okay, select the layer 5. Okay, make it bigger brush a bit. So we do painting. So make it even bigger. Oops. Oopsie. Okay, so select this part. Same thing for this. Okay, same thing. So you feel like still not comfortable, you can blur them. Okay, you can blur it out. So make sure you cannot see lah. Okay, you see when you blur it. Okay, so he won't see the edges. Okay, now done. Okay, so you cannot see like they are disconnected, right? They're all connected. Okay, so now last thing we have a door and window, so you can download the door cartoon door textures. Okay, for example, we have a door texture. Okay, I feel like maybe I just simply choose one. Okay, for example, we can take this one maybe because okay, we can take this one. Okay, copy image. Oh, this one. Okay, we can copy image. Okay, so now we can paste it here. Oh, okay, so for this one, okay, we can do the select subject for this part. Okay, using these two, right click layer where copy, so this one will throw into dustbin. So this one will be our door. Okay, this one will be our door. Okay, then we'll have the window. For example, we have window. We can download the window style, window texture, window texture. Okay, so we take this one for example, copy image. Okay, we have this. Okay, this is our window. Okay, so for this one, okay, so we can put some colors that we wanted lah. So we can have a wood texture as well. Okay, so the wood painted textures, wood textures, cartoon. Okay. For example, we take this one as an example. Copy, you can paste it. Okay, for example, okay, this one we can like throw away. Okay, we can have some wood textures. Okay, make it bigger size a bit. Okay, what else that we need? For example, like if we want to have this, okay, you want to have this wood texture. Okay, for example, okay, we prepare this all set that the texture that you wanted, you put it in the one piece of the image. Okay, so we export it as a JPEG here, we export. So for my textures, you can see the house texture 1. Okay, now you open your Blender with this is your textures. Okay, in your object mode, okay, you select all your cube because you join them together already. You open this material, this one. Okay, you create a new material and you can have a house material. Okay, and thus, and then you, okay, we make it the smaller size. I will prefer put it down here. Okay, and then you change this one. Okay, change to shader editor mode. And this one we right click, we add the node that is a texture and image textures here. So we open our textures here. I have a texture house texture 1. So we can open this one and connected the colors to these colors. Okay, so now, okay, you open another one. Okay, you open another one. So this one you can join already, you don't need it already. So we change to 3D view this one. Okay, now this one we change to UV editors here. Okay, and we go to the edit mode. Now, okay, you cannot see it yet. So this one you can on the third one. So now this is the wrong texture that you have. Okay, so you select the faces, this one, you select these faces and it located in here. So you use this to select the mode for the UV editor here, select the faces here, you select this one. Okay, you can scale it, okay, make it bigger and press G to move it. Okay, move it this part. Okay, so slash a bit smaller size a bit. Okay, so now you can see this is your wood. Okay, your roof. Okay, then you select this part and you select this, make it scaling bigger size. Okay, move it, so this is your roof. Okay, you scaling a bit S to scale them, or you can have this one, okay, to scale them. um, S to scale them, okay, scaling them S, okay, G to move it, okay. So for example, I put it like this, okay. So you can see your, well, your roof is like this, so for these faces actually is our wall, so we can select this one, okay, and we press G to move it and we make it bigger, so this one you can make it scaling bigger size a bit, or move G to move it, S to scaling, okay. So now you see the brick here is too big already, yeah. So later you can adjust here. So for the windows here, select the window and then you select these faces, okay. Press G to move to your window here, so put it scaling, move it like this, so you see you will have your window, okay. So select this one, okay, move it to your window as well, okay. In this part you can do a scaling, okay, move it, G to move it, okay. So if you wanted to, like for example, we can select the vertices, okay, and you move it into to this point, okay, and then this one you drag and then to make it this point, make it this one this point, and make it this one this point, so you can see or something like this, okay. Same thing for this one as well, you can have a selection for your vertices, select and then G to move it to the corner, G to move it to the corner, this one G to move it to the corner, this one G to move it to the corner here. So now you can see this is your window lah, and then you select this one, okay, as your door, okay. You select the faces, this one, okay, G to move it to the door here, okay. You can scaling it to make it smaller, G to move it like this, or you can see it terbalik already, so you can do the rotation, so you can rotate like this, okay. Now normal already, okay. So for this one you can select the vertices, this one, and G to move it to the corner here, and this G to the corner here, then G to the corner here, and this one G to the corner here, okay. So now you have your house like this, okay. For this part, okay, maybe this one, this brick is too big already, you can make it smaller, okay. Or we select this one, okay, and then we select this, okay. So move it here, okay, move it here, move it this, boom. So now the stretching I think quite okay, okay. So for your stretching like this, maybe not so nice, we can make it smaller, G, okay. I think this brick is too big already. Later you can modify this one using your Photoshop to modify it. And this one you can see, you can select the faces, press G to move it, so now you can see your brushes here, or you can do the rotation so it look like this, so move it, okay. So now it look like this, okay. So if you wanted to have a roof effect, so you can like this, okay. Oops, not nice, huh? So you can put it like moving like the brick here. It feel like stretching, huh? Oh, this one you maybe can take this one. You move it something like in the middle. So we can select this one, make it smaller, move. Okay, so something like this. Okay, the same thing here. You move it, select these faces. G to move it, so put it in this one and do the rotation. Okay, and then move it. So now you can have the points here. Selection for the points. Oops. Of this part, right? So now you have the selection like this. Rotate. This one is up. For example, oops. Okay. So now you select this point and you move it up. Okay, so it look like this. For example, you select this one and move it like here. Okay, so you have a roof here and you have a brick here, huh? Same thing, this one, move it so partial. It will look like this. Okay, maybe we can make it higher. Select this part, make it higher. Okay. Okay. Make it like this. The part here. This part. Move. Okay, it will look like this. Okay, and then for these faces, so move it, select this one and move it to the wall here, and you can scaling and make it bigger. Move. Okay, so it's something like this lah. So now this is how your house look like for textures that you can place inside lah. Okay. Okay, so now we wanted to export to Unity. Okay, for export to Unity, you need to like okay, for example, you open your vendors file, export FBX, and then UV house, for example, UV house 1, export. Okay, so now you import your object. Okay, so for example, I put it in this 3D models, UV house 1. So just drag and drop to this. Okay, and drag to your scene and put it upside down here. Okay, so now this house, you extract the material. Okay, you put it into the material that you wanted to put. So material, or you can put it as material here. Okay, select the folders. So now this one, you select the image that you do. So this is our texture that we made in the Photoshop, this one. Okay, we plug to the base map here. So now you see it will be have the exactly same like we did it in blenders. Okay, so you can see our windows our door and our wall and our roof. Examples. Okay.